Mkati hiyo part.
Ulisema kitenge we must wear. What comfy, what godly. Wewe utaki.
Hi guys. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the LK podcast. I'm your host Chengo.
And I'm your host Linet. Please forgive me if you feel like ni kama nina clog your throat, niko na homa man.
Akia sinyambukize.
Aisha,
please. Linet, when you talk, look at the camera. Anyway, how's your week been? It's been a minute before we shoot weeks. The last time to shoot ilikuwa, I think 3 weeks ago.
Mimi nimekuwa deputy pirate hapa na pale.
Firstborn manenos, firstborn daughters.
Mimi ukisikia
firstborn daughters nikianza kuongea
akikwambia nyumba yake ataki kukosa washing machine, ataki kukosa mtu wa kazi.
Limeta ufuangi. Let's not start like, let's not get carried away.
Kama ni wewe unanitazama pale.
Firstborn daughters wanakuwa ngoja microphone ikosha hivi. Oh well.
Because we need a community.
Oh, please.
And to create one because of that.
For firstborn daughters. Yes. Also, guys, watch out. We're going to start something interesting. You're about to see us post somewhere else.
Kila mahali. Kwa screen yako pale tap.
Especially if you're a book lover. Utatuona mahali.
French.
Stay tuned.
Kisses and love.
What have you been up to?
My life.
Isipokuwa being a firstborn daughter, taking care of everybody in the family, doing all chores, holding the house down with your, carrying everybody on your back.
Parenting the parents.
What else?
I think hiyo ndio imekuwa tu kwa maisha yangu. Besides that, nimekuwa kazi hapa na pale. But I am looking forward to this month. We're on the second day of the month. So we are starting off on I think tonight, for me I'm calling it a clean slate because I've done some adjustments in my life that I will mention.
Do you want to share?
I will mention further. Maybe
as we go on.
Amen. Focus. We have a brand. We have a brand to build, boy.
Amen.
Brand hata itatupea pesa. Also, speaking of brands, you are privileged to attend an event.
Our first podcast event of the year. Kuna ingine tumeattend, si ndio?
I don't think so.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was hosted by Afripods.
Yes.
Yeah, ilikuwa Baraza Media. Yeah, it was such a good event. Ningeshare notes na nyinyi lakini pia nyinyi attend next time.
Tumeshare I think a static post on our platform, so go and engage with it.
Yes.
I'm usually so happy because for us, even if at times we don't record our podcast, like within the year tunakuanga attend forums. Ni very
and I really love them. Wow.
Yeah. Like today, last year I think tulienda ya Canon tulienda ya Meta pia. Meta event.
It was for creators generally.
Yeah. Did we go for another one?
I think we attended 2. I can't remember the other one.
I also think it's 2 the previous year.
And we missed one for Afripods.
Oh yeah. And the previous year we got to go to I think Spotify.
I think that was the highlight of it.
That was a
and good the other one was for, I can't remember, but I remember it was in Kilimani. Somewhere I can't remember. But yeah. So, but it's somewhere in our highlights.
Yeah. But I'm always thankful for such spaces because I don't think a lot of people get to know about them.
Yeah.
And it's a very essential thing. If yours is just not but a app session and you're planning to monetize it, like Kama and your lender this time, they are very heavy on making money and how you can make and how the guidelines towards making the money.
Yes.
Let's just say that. Yeah, so that I think that was our highlight as LK podcast.
Also, I attended. No, this is me personally.
You personally.
I attended some live event it was by Lydia Kem, and the guy was called
some therapist guy.
Yeah, the event. It was if the question was, is therapy making people narcissistic?
What? Okay. Okay, why would people think that it makes others narcissistic?
Some would argue.
Some inclusive of me
would argue that sometimes it leads to overcorrection.
Overcorrection from what perspective? You as the one who's going for therapy?
It makes people be, yeah. Like uliambiwa therapist alikwambia, don't you think this is a what ukacorrect, lakini so ukacorrect.
But
can you really overcorrect something?
Let me ask, because doctors have been there for the longest time.
Yeah, another point ilisema, it makes people watu wanaanza kuwa selfish. But is it selfish or boundaries?
What is the difference between self-aware and selfish? Like
selfish sasijui. Selfish in what terms? But we went into details.
I think nitaenda kurevisit it.
Selfish.
I have a lot
of ukiambiwa like umeambiwa Lynette, therapist akwambia no, you lack boundaries, fine. So squeezing everything. No. Nini can I no. This is, you should have had yours, and I feel every time you go. But I don't know. I'm assuming maybe that's why the selfish.
Okay.
Selfish nakuja, selfishness.
But me, I think my question would be, doctors have been there for the longest time. I, for instance, have had something like H. pylori for like 3 years continuous. And the doctor tells me, usikule vitu za spice. But that doesn't mean everywhere I go, when I eat spicy food, I look away. Like, there are times I eat, and it actually doesn't end up damaging my system or making me sick. So I don't understand. Unajua, after umeenda hiyo therapy,
so unasema it doesn't make people narcissistic.
I feel like it's your self-awareness level that will let you know what is wrong and what is not.
Me, I feel like if you have a bad therapist, no inaweza, because I feel like any therapist says kwambia don't do this and don't do that.
Ulize hapana, ni watu mnapenda kupeleka vitu. Let me ask you, when your partner is a thief, do you automatically become a thief?
No, wacha nikwambie.
No,
yes. If you are long enough, he'll influence you. So whatever we are is influenced by people who are around us, whatever habits we build. If you are around me, for every situation, adaptiveness is very easy. As long as even personality, it just calls it's your habits, whatever, like you feed yourself, your body will itajiform hapo. Sema nikikapa long enough, I will adapt to this. Body yangu itajikoil hapa ikae round. Nikikaa next wapi? Hapa body yangu nini ikae straight. Whatever as long as you're there long enough, it will.
But I really have different sentiments about that, but I feel like that's a very broad conversation because I don't know, am I niko na ability ya kujicall out haraka because of
kwanza
mimi na my spirit is for, if I'm self-aware, I'll notice kitu itafanyika mara ya kwanza, ya pili, ya tatu, and then maybe nianze kujiuza hii pattern mzee alisema nisifanye hivi, lakini inafanya ni miss out on a lot of things. Naanza kuirevisit.
That was another point I was also thinking about. Maybe not narcissistic I can't say therapy makes people narcissistic, but I think like it can make you lose connecting to your true self. You can lose your true self in that, especially. But I feel like the reason nimesema like labda therapist ndo kwamba, because a therapist, from what we get, ni kusaidia yeye anakuwa kusikiza, point out like patterns, but hata kwambia usifanye hivyo. Yeye atakwambia when you do like that, how do you feel? How do you feel like you can nini better? But hata kwambia hapana, huyo cut off. Hapana, hata kwambia hivyo. No, actually, from what you are saying, stop eating sugar. Clearly, it's not good for you. A therapist won't tell you that, but they will guide you. But so ukikana msilabda nakwambia don't do this, don't do that, and these are the things that make you. Then you are in the process, you might lose your truth, your own truth.
Okay.
So unless the therapist is bad, kusema like therapy itself is good. But kusema therapy itself makes
so the person conducting the therapy is the problem.
No, either you yourself you have made yourself narcissistic, ama the therapist
don't
nadhani mtu anaweza kuwa license kama hayuko poa. So somebody is the problem, but it's not therapy.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm just
anyway,
I'm not in therapy long enough to.
Maybe hata sitaongea because maybe my journey.
You've been to therapy before? Mimi ndio na sikufurahi. Huyu mtu alikuwa ananiambia listen. Niko naongea I was yes talking, but I don't know what I expected from therapy, cause I feel like mtu alikuwa ananiambia I'm aware and that's why I'm here. Sasa anarudi
si anarudia ndio just to
I'm aware of the problem. I'm aware. Usiniambie but people I know.
So you want outright solutions.
Wale wenye nimesema ni no, but I feel like I don't know.
Anataka kuafahamu, akwambia ni wabaya venye umesema ni hivyo.
No, me wanted help but she wasn't helping me. Ni kama nimekwambia,
don't take it personal, therapy.
Na niuliza feedback. I'm like, please don't put me on the spotlight.
Unakuta kujenga kwa spotlight.
Asinyambie nimwambie yeye. Sasa imagine nimwambie kitu baya. Alafu ikeni kama si mwafahamu, saanze kufikiria oh I'm a bad therapist. I can't do that to her. Yeah, you okay? Kidogo unasikia kama unasikia session venye umenifanyia. Unasikia? But
okay.
We're all for therapy here. Bettering ourselves, being self-aware, noticing patterns, changing patterns, and not repeating patterns that are harmful to us. I can't even say me has. Kikamba wewe. Anyway.
But anyway, hiyo ni poa. Me story therapy, and I'm just
self-aware.
If you are watching this, the next time you're having this discussion and you've just finished school or you're a practicing therapist, please shoot your shot. We would like to have a third party in this conversation.
Yeah.
It's always
also you can watch that live. It was very informative. Yeah.
So in that same spirit, today we're doing a topic that came off your mind not quite long ago. Please tupatie a title.
Habits.
Unlearning
habits.
So
we are going to speak about our habits.
Hizo zingine ni zako
kama
unataka. The opinion, it's not your opinion, it is my opinion. You are allowed to sweep it off the carpet and under the carpet.
But as you listen, you can think about habits you want to unlearn.
No, don't think about mine.
You can think about your habits that you want to unlearn.
I don't know what habits did I unlearn. Let me start with maybe
previously.
I don't know. I think I can start off with the part where I said not so long ago when we were talking about friends, I have learned to be consistent. I think the last ordeal was last year. My friends called me out, and I'd say I have improved in showing up for them. Yeah. Shout out to my squad. Yeah,
that's nice. Which habits have I learned? What can I say, guys? I've been perfect all along. But something that I'm struggling, boundaries. Better gonna just like set boundaries without feeling
guilty about it.
Say me anger management.
What do you define anger management? How you react to a situation at hand?
Yeah. And something that I'm now like trying to learn to unlearn is people pleasing manzi. I try, but I really think about other people.
So wait,
even in simpler terms, kama I can be doing things I love, like debating. Hata kwa debate nitakuwa like hapana, but unajua nafikiria. I'll try to I think people pleasing yangu na come from a point of trying to understand other people's.
You are carrying the world and
I stand in their shoes. Even if I'm not saying it, I'm just trying to. So I don't know. So I'm really struggling with people pleasing.
I don't. For me, I think I'm perfect in that segment. I call out bullshit when it's bullshit. We don't have two lines here. It is transparent. It's either black or white. But anyway, I don't know.
Unataka kukula nini?
Ati unataka kukula nini?
You what do you want?
Na nilikutaka nikijua nakula chocolate fudge hata kama ni 1000 bob. Hiyo ndio naitisha. Si wewe ndio ulijitolea kunipeleka? You don't.
Unataka nini?
Mimi nataka nini? Yeah. Also you are always concerned about. Wow, okay.
Let's what activity even inaweza kuwa like unanyuza tu like I'm like you what first, what do you want? Let's do whatever you want. I'm comfortable with anything.
So you push yourself. I think you're more accommodative, but then you cannot tell the fine line between accommodative and people pleasing.
Alafu the people that I pia wenye nakutana nao. Most of the time unataka nini? Okay, nifanye yangu. The always hakuna nyata nikusha nyambie no.
Next utanileta samosa.
Sawa. You cannot read. Yeke tingwezi pale. You cannot trick me.
But that's a good thing. If you've identified the problem, now what is left is working on it.
I've been trying.
It only works when you keep on trying. I think meet watu wenye wako so hard on me that I don't build like I'm only nice to people who are nice to me. I can't be nice to you.
So unless tuzoeane, tukishazoeana I don't care.
But kuzoeana for me ina depend.
Kuzoeana kwa nyumba atikosha vyombo ianze kukuplease. Wewe mimi sioshi vyombo, wewe osha.
Yeah, okay. So for you I have had the people pleasing.
That's the habit I'm really trying to unlearn.
I hope you
that's
maybe in our next episode you will have progressed to a certain level where at least you have identified who you people please too much.
Everybody.
I don't think you people please me. I have not encountered that side of you.
I'm always for people close. But I think to some extent I do. When have I not pleased you, Jaganu? When? Say the truth.
I will revisit. I will mention it
Jaganu akinituma samosa za 100.
Very fast. Lakini sasa tunakuwa kama ni pesa tunatoa sisi wote. So hapa hakuna cha
poa. Wewe kunituma siku moja bila pesa.
Next week nimesema unilete na situmie. But that's nice. If you're aware of that, that's good. I think
I'm also trying to unlearn tribalism.
Okay, that's heavy.
Me, what you see? Okay, no.
But I don't see these people who have been brought up in a atajua ni mimi, atajua ni yeye
na ni sawa.
There's a segmented type of men wanakonga wamelelewa Kitale, Eldoret, but wamelelewa huko, so I think they inhibit those behaviors the wakali hivyo.
Na wakali wana tabia gani hizo? Hebu tueleze.
Mimi
isipokuwa uongo.
Kwanza hiyo ya uongo atakudanganya broad daylight.
Wakali wa uongo.
You become the clown. Uko like yani alikudanganya na there is nothing.
I don't think tribalism is bad. It's sort like obvious. Ukisikia mambo ya pesa kupiganiwa na mashamba watu kuana, you think about Kikuyus. Ukisikia story ya watu mmeingia kwa gari tu unasikia kuna watu wanarusha mdomo, mtafikiria nani?
Wakamba.
Wakisi wewe acha.
Wewe wachana wakisi.
But I think these are the needs that make us.
But now
the same way watu mkiongelanga snitches mnaongelanga like wakamba, I feel like these are the things that make Kikuyus and it's not a bad thing unless now when it comes like to fighting causes that affect us it becomes an issue, then we are overstepping the lines of nini, especially when it requires us to join to fight a cause that affects us at large, then I feel like tribalism haifai kwa nini. But kama ni hizi tu vitu za like it's not hiyo ni mjaluo but I feel ni ukweli that's your nini, and there's nothing wrong with being that. Now unless now inaanza kukuja to a point where it affects us as human beings, it makes us like be like what, inhumane towards each other. Now that becomes the issue. But just identifying with a certain tribe and certain habits, I don't feel like that's an issue. Mnaongea sana, si ni sawa? Na mkanocha mingi.
Where do you wow.
Okay, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Where do you draw the line?
We love kisses over here.
Between it's just somebody's character and you blaming a certain tribe that they do this.
I don't know. Because I think now, as we continue like to progress generation after generation, the lines are becoming thick. Because see watu wengi ndio wanalelewa like in those like cultural roots. Yeah. A lot of people like in mabontao hawafunzi like their culture nini. So I feel like the line inaendelea kidim too. But kuna zenye lazima mtaziona. Hapo kwa story.
I'm looking at how I've seen the generation of people who are maybe call them 26 years and or rather mtu yote amepata mtoto na ko below 30 that I know. Most of them don't even have their hizo majina za sijui Nyambura. They are called either tutamuita nani amani somebody like anaitwa
amani
kitu kaa hiyo haitui ati Nyambura sijui nani and I think it's progressing towards because now
and do you think it's a good thing?
Well, to some point yes. Because tribalism is not, it's actually, yes, your tribe is part of your culture, but then tribalism is a demonized act. Like, haikwangi, when you when you mention tribalism anywhere, you think it doesn't evoke or highlightangi a positive thought in the mind, inaletanga tu a negative thought. I don't know, maybe there are people who you've interacted with unaambianga tribalism wako like tribalism no like
wazazi wetu hapana mimi usiniletee mluya hapa
but niliambia mzazi wangu you see right now you tell me nisikuletee mluya basi
hata mamangu niambia bana mkale wanakuanga na familia nyumbani wachana na mkale huyo
well
no, my mom is not
true?
tribalistic. It is true, alafu sasa unaona?
Yeah.
So there are people always bring out tribalistic values and it's because sasa our generation I feel ni sisi sasa ndo and it's because we don't have roots to our culture.
Hiyo ni story za uongo. We have roots to our culture.
Shabu tuwezi usikia mtu anauzia mtu Kikuyu shamba. Watu wasio wazuri.
But sasa unajua kenye wanasema
already alleged stories.
Kitu wenye wanasahau ni this, you're not immortal, you come to die one day. And trust me, I don't think sisi age yetu wenye inakuja, maybe some of us love going to Shago, but when there's a very large segment of people that will be like sasa mimi unaniachia shamba yana huko nani ataenda huko I don't know
kama nafikiria hivyo it's with us with education imeanza ku change like sema kitambo labda ndio ungepewa job because of nini but with us we have even tumefika point we have to cross those tribalistic lines because tukikosa it affect like job opportunities unapata like kuna ethnicity mob kwa job kuna hivyo inakuja hadi kwa vitu mob even look kwa small angalia even with the other examples vitu kama Al-Shabaab ungeambwa like from the stories sema like hiyo nini ya Quran nini unaniwa these are things that have been there what we can do if is lines to say the lines are very thin ikikuja like say in affect like things that are human based then it becomes a problem but I think like generally it's not a bad thing so unless like you start judging people based on the tribe that they are in like you start denying them equal opportunities because of the tribe that they are from now then that becomes a problem but just like identifying with a certain tribe I don't think that's a
tribalism is like whenever you mention it doesn't sit well with people
the first thing to call like
but it's good if you are unlearning it me sidhani shekwa very big factor to me like
siko najua it's a big factor until my friends wakaanza kuniambia the way I speak about Kikuyus I don't speak like a fan and I was like I can see it and all of my friends are Kikuyu but see I was speaking from an experience I've had
wow was ku judge
mtu anasema cause Kikuyus I feel like Kikuyus like
hata mimi nimeanza kuona hiyo point
no cause like same like the first time I went to Mount Kenya same mtu angenionyesha tu Kikuyu randomly I don't know Kikuyu so obviously respond ako like nashinda kirudia alafu niko like sielewi mimi si Kikuyu acha kwani nani ajui Kikuyu hata si Kikuyu nani ajui Kikuyu and it was like every town I was going to and I was like Kikuyus are very so hapo ndo ilianza kunibea so siku moja nikaona a tweet agreeing with that I think Kikuyus are very entitled they just think because nini ama they think like of a dominant they are like a dominant nini and I was just like lakini after nikitype nikamaliza vitu na type nikasema hapana and all my friends are Kikuyu imagine kama cross street kama hii
well okay
inaweza sitaji
na kuelewa
so hapo ndo nikajambia am I trouble ama venye nikiona memes za Wakisina kwanga nimeisha ama wakisema wakaleni wakisema wakiassociate a certain nini with a certain tribe kweli wale wanakuanga hivyo but sasa nikaanza kujiuliza am I tribalistic sana hivyo
well okay I think I get for me what else am I learning maybe could take everything with seriousness. Like I feel like kuna time kuna jokes that
really, but I feel like we're not joking with the appropriate things when it comes to serious things. You're very serious.
I don't think that would be the sentiment to from everybody towards me. But I think I like being serious in the aspect of like there are people who know me as a joker. They're like they've never seen me like in work mode. So yeah, so I'm like I think I'm trying to be very serious and show people I can be. Hata kuna mtu aliniambia kwa podcast wako tukicheka. Okay. But that is my happy place. I have to be happy. But even
when you're speaking about serious things, so when you're not very articulate about these things, voicing in a
but you know, I think people don't know, ladies and gentlemen, we are Christians. I'm filled with the fruit of the Holy Spirit and you need to enjoy. But then there's a difference between happiness and joy. Happiness is seasonal. Joy is always there. Whether you're grieving, whether you're going through troubles and you're broke, whether you're sleeping outside, like hata watu wenye wako nje unapatana na msee atakuchekesha tu na ni msee wa barabara or unaona tu wewe unamwangalia unamdharau but atasema kitu ikuwe funny. There are actually people who are filled with the gift of joy. So I think that's maybe the one thing I'm always reaffirming myself with. I'm just a joyful person. That's how I am. That's how I want people to always remember me. That in the times when they'll think about when I'm not here, maybe 100 years or 100 and whatever years to come, like they know I was a joyful. But yeah, I'm working towards being serious. Being serious is not a checker. Like being serious and knowing or not showing people because I'm not trying to prove a point, but showing people that there's a side of me that's actually like work mode. Okay. Because unajua ukiseli perspective ya uko always serious, then kuna mtu atafanya kitu aseme ule atakasirikangi.
Oh yeah, true.
So hiyo ndio element nataka kutoa. Watu wacha kufikiria huyu akasirika. Na kasikanga, na nikasikia mimi mtu mbaya. Don't even want usinikaribie, sitaki unikaribie. But those I've had like close intimate relationships with, they know that I can be a very like when fury comes in the way hakuna kunegotiate. Na jam in a spiral hadi tu. The same way I'm happy is the same way it will elevate to that position. But yeah, I'm working towards people seeing me as a more serious person. Yeah.
That's nice. The last one I can say I'm working on a habit, it's bad money habits. I feel like my...
Hizi vitu tulianza kuziongelea podcast ya ngapi?
But clearly I was telling the audience, I wasn't telling myself. I have I'm aware about it, I'm conscious about it, but kwanza saving, wow, I wish like
unasikia kama sai unado.
Like I wish I had a better like saving culture. Mimi naona kipitia hapa mshwari nachulia
wow. Ni mshwari mpesa.
Pale nimefa naona tu deposit withdraw.
Hata zile usiku nasikia kuna zile number of times wanakupeanga za free withdrawal.
Budget for money. Unaona watu kana like strict budget. Hii ni ya kushukua, hii ni ya kufanya hii. This is for outings, this is for saving. Mimi ile ilikuwa ya outing imeisha. Lakini kuna shida. Wewe ongeza tu.
Utasema nywele wacha itasukuma miezi 2. Haina shida.
Najua nilikuwa nimeka hii lakini hizo locks ni mwana expensive. Haina shida, acha tuchune. Next time tutashuka itaenda chini. I feel like I have very
bad habits. But is it like bad money habits? I think till when every time you unlock a different capacity or different amounts of money you're managing, you more often than not you find yourself fumbling. Like ulitoka stage ya what you used to be given in uni to now getting your own money. So now una realize hey, with big chunks unaona pia kuna new management skills itabidi umelearn. So
I really wish to me as a save manzi.
So right now you have learned, so if money comes,
but the reason I can save is because I'm getting enough money to do the things I want to do and to save.
Yeah, ndio nasema. So if you get a chance to again have like money, or you have your own business na kuletea profits, so sasa because that time umelearn that ulikuwa unapata this amount of money unashinda kusave, so when it comes again,
I feel it's more like throwing.
Is it always throwing? Mimi kama mimi
I feel I can be more mindful. I really don't need that. Why am I buying it? Pesa ninge save. But it's just like
we splash. Karibu buy less splash gani ya kutoa tu.
Okay.
Uko like wewe mboga shushu. Weka hiyo na ukata na.
Is that you ni hamburger? Shwa. Nizo sandals ni shwa. Yeah, don't leave shwa.
Wow.
Anything.
But it, I don't know, like the good thing about life, and when mostly it's your own personal things, you get an opportunity to make mistakes and learn, and then you relearn. You know, nasemanga this always, kama ni biashara ya mtu, unanga hiyo opportunity ya make mistake and then you relearn. Make mistake, one, either uko on probation, ama uko fired, but when it's your own personal life choices, you get to make mistakes, maybe some that people will never know about, you rectify on them, and you continue with life. So work towards that.
I will.
Yeah. So I think for me, the last habit I'm trying to unlearn, or a habit that I have unlearned, being 30. 30 is you're always either late or early. Or I don't know.
Na sitawahi sahau ile siku mlivotia. Nani hapo anasema alifika mkavote.
In repetition.
Mind you, ile alifika 3 hours later.
Alifika on time. Even when we had 10 minutes early.
Lazima yuko ile ndio alifika wa kwanza.
But I think for me, I noticed this is maybe a withdrawal, because at some point in life I used to be very fast paced in my eating, in everything I used to do. Yeah, but then I think when I came to realize, there's actually a slow part of life and things work. So the stress became lesser, and I think it's a good thing. Maybe
and it's also like, I think, a good thing, like to move slowly and
yeah, like it gave me a feminine energy that I loved. So I'm not saying that women are allowed to be late, but then I was like,
unless uko tao na ni busy ni 5 na unatembea pole.
Yeah.
Now we don't exert that slowness, but hizi zingine you can be slow.
And plus
you're waking up.
Yeah.
Morning routine.
Because I think I was so, like, I had a very fast-paced life. Then when one day I realized, kumbe hata nikichelewa tu hakuna.
Bado inafanyika tu.
Yeah.
Nikikula pole bado nitamaliza food.
Yes. And it just gave me a certain type of peace. But then maybe I might have overstretched it now, because I'm working towards, I don't want to become fast-paced.
Uko on the other extreme.
I just want to be okay. Like, watu wakisema watu afike 9, at least by 8:58 niko hapo. Something of a sort. But unajua kuna point yenye watu wangeambia afike 9. Maybe 8. Hadi kila mtu anajua ule isichelewa. And I'm suspecting the people who voted that those are people I've been with to school for the longest time, and they know for a fact for me, kwanza in primary, I'd never joke with them. If I said we are leaving for church at 5, kwa hiyo gate na kwa hapo for 50.
Na mzee mlango naifunga 5. 5 ikigonga.
5 ndio nimesema mtoke. So na 5 for 50 ndio mimi nafika, ndio niwafungulie mlango mtoke. By 5:10 kama hujatoka, hiyo ni yako. And I think it even translated to, kuna times zingine ndo nanga there was a time when I was at work, I was like, I'm seeing all these things need to be done. I'm seeing books here. I'm seeing photos that I need to take. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing content I need to post. And then, like, my brain runs through all these things. So now I'm even teaching my brain to segment it. Like, if we are doing this, let's focus on this iishe. Tukifanya hii iishe. Because the fast-paced kind of environment alikuwa nimejitengenezea, so inaanza kureflect hata kwa akili yako. Unaendanga 100 kilometers per hour.
But to balance hiyo. Especially when it comes like to things like time. So okay, most of near nifike like 8 kuliko nifike kama ilikuwa inaanza 9 nifike 9:10 because saying go 8:50 still in traffic. Now anxiety is finishing me. Oh my god, wanashinda wakinipigia. Ushafika. Ningefika tu mapema. Singekuwa na stress. Ningefika hapo 8 nitafute mali nikae nikunywe and that's it.
I'm usually nowadays I just pick your phone. You ask me, have you reached? No. Where are you? I'll tell you the truth. I will not lie to you.
But I feel like that's also like irresponsible. We said we are meeting 9. Unajua distance kutoka kwenye hadi hapa. You not traffic inakuanga. Why did you not like? I feel like unajua tu mimi nakuanga sio no African time. No, I don't.
Okay, basic wangi wa African time. Like I'm not supportive of that. But then the times for me, I find like if it's a specific day, I had one day. Maybe one as like nashikanisha. So you see the brain part of me comes into reality check when nashikanisha vitu mingi. Nashikanisha sijui leo nisema nitaenda wapi, nikauliza nitaenda wapi. So I have this busy day from morning to evening where I'm always on the go. Like nikianza hapa nahitajika place ingine by 8. So naona hiyo si kitu ningeweza kujuu in all honesty nikimaliza hapa saa hii nikitoka na kama hiyo 8 sijafika. I tried my best. Juu hujakaa si kuchelewa huko kwa nyumba ukangojea hiyo time ifike, you are doing something. So I think for me I'm still working on hiyo kufanya everything at a go so that I know what can be done today, what can be done the other day, if. But yeah, it's a habit I'm learning. And
tutakuja na feedback.
Yeah, tutakuja kwa
maybe a year later.
6 months side because kidogo. So in December utatuambia kwa utakuwa umechange.
Okay guys.
But
I'm not a procrastinator.
Uko sure?
Yeah.
Sawa. Tumekusikia.
December will be the judge of that.
Yeah.
But let's give it 1 year. Okay. December is too soon.
Sawa basi.
Yeah, that's it guys.
Okay, yeah, we are done. We are dusted. So thank you for joining us. Once again, kama hujaona hiyo post ya AfriPods, enda ukalike. We appreciate your engagement by the way. Wakati tunafungua dashboard tunaona 3-point-something K views. Tuko like, oh, that's nice. So yeah, thank you. And also I think of late tumekabila kwa kumbusha kwenye si hostiwa the video quality that you see. All this is courtesy of Kenya. They are along Thika Road, just before Juja at all. If you need a space to do your recording, if you need to do a shoot, if you need to also hire somebody to come to your venue and do your stuff, they offer all those services. So if you want an edited episode, both visual and audio visual, you also get that. So yeah, please also make sure to check out their page
in Kenya.
And on all the other socials you get to see the space. At times napendanga hiyo ku scroll niangalie kama ni hoteli naona venye inakaa, and then nikikuja niko like I think niliona hii place online. So yeah, so thank you so much.
And it's just along the road.
Like hakuna kubebwa na nduthi na vumbi. So venye umekuja for that shoot utafika intact. Kama ni makeup iko sawa, ni kwenye tu nekwa na gari unavuka. So yeah, even when you're along Thika Road, angalia, si tulikuwa iko tall, angalia ukifika tall.
Kipera tu hivi kimbo.
Yeah, uangalie. Hata actually we are not far away from, I saw this building make rounds in TikTok. Building inaitwa physics. Yeah. From whatever. Tuko mbali na hapo. So una imagine kama umeona hiyo building, it's just there. Yeah. So thank you so much and have a lovely week. Bye.